to kick the tires and light the fires. The Bo Carver Show is on the air. The Monkey Crew is in place, and here's your head firemaster, Big Wheels, Bo Carver.
Head firemaster. How about that?
Whatever. I don't believe it. You don't put any fires
I
out.
have
You
never
usually
put
start
a
them.
fire out in my life.
I know. You always start.
Yeah, that's probably what happens. I do more starting. Welcome back to the Bo Carver Show with the Wheels of Justice. And we did take last Sunday off because we did a special live remote at the American Legion on July 7th, that Thursday. July 7th. July 4th. I don't know what 7th
Wow,
is.
you're thinking the 27th.
We took that Sunday after July 4th off, but we're back.
We're
and
back,
I believe
baby.
by popular demand, well, at least in
You
my
think
own mind it
anybody
is. Mind is a terrible thing. And we appreciate you joining us today. And I am your host, Big Wheels Bo. I'm not sure how I got that name.
How did you get that name, Bo?
How did I get that name, Purple Haze?
Big Wheels Bo, because we were doing the Wheels of Justice, and then it was Judge Monk, and you guys decided to do things with wheels.
Oh, that's right.
And we put you on that bicycle.
Well, they had the co-host we had back when we very first started about 4 years ago on the station that was Experts in Business. And that's why we became experts in monkey business, because we didn't have any business. We didn't have any business being on the radio either, but we were. And so we started promoting wheels, and Judge Monk had this, he's a motorcycle guy, and he's
There's a
got this
picture of him
awesome Harley.
on a Harley.
And then
You put me on a tractor.
and she was on a big tractor, like a John Deere.
She thinks my
awesome.
tractor's sexy.
And you know,
Lisa had a really nice sports
it
car.
was convertible,
And we had nothing
Mercedes.
for you. You were just left out.
Well, and then I mean, so I'm in Target one day, and they had one of these bicycles that had big wheels on it.
Yeah.
You've seen those big wheels on these
yeah.
bikes now? And I started riding around in Target.
And I videotaped
And that's how you
it.
got
And
Big
that's
Wheels
what
Bo.
they started calling me, Big Wheels Bo.
I
because
thought maybe
of
they
that.
had one of them big giant big wheels with
I
with the
tried. I
engines on
bought
them.
him a
and
big wheel, and he couldn't fit on it, so we
Well,
sent
no.
it back.
You need an adult size.
That's-
I know they don't make them. We tried.
Well,
So-
well, Johnny O'Mara is an actual no joke motorcycle mechanic.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Well,
we
I
can
don't.
make him a big wheel.
I don't fly and I don't drive.
He won't get on
You
a
fly?
motorcycle.
I
You fly?
flew
I
once.
flew you.
I know. I lied about
You're the
that.
only one that gets him high, Mark Roy.
Oh boy. Here we go.
Oh, we're getting in trouble already.
So welcome to the show, and we want to introduce who's here with us today. First of all, as always, the Grandmaster of Facebook live feed.
My new title.
Please make welcome Purple Haze.
Hello. Guten Tag.
Yes, there you go.
I get the clap.
What-
All right, antibiotics are coming next.
we need to get the clap thing, you know.
So I don't know why.
Why doesn't he carry in here? She does great. Audience participation. She'll sit
Oh.
there and clap and
Oh,
cheer.
yeah.
She did great
Yeah.
last week.
we-
It sounded like we had 10 million trillion people there.
Well, we
She's the
did.
best piece of gear I have.
so
I don't know how to take that, but Carrie, we love you.
Barbara Ann's speaking German and does not have an ounce of German in her.
I do
So
too. I'm what is it?
you're one of those
Viking. What is a Viking?
Yeah, a Viking. That's
You're
what
a
you
Viking.
are.
But what's a Viking?
A
Norwegian? Norwegian?
Scandinavian.
Scandinavian.
Yeah.
Isn't that a little bit of German?
I don't think
know.
so.
I don't.
Well, I
Uh,
thought I was German. Come to find out, I'm Viking. So I need to start dressing up and kicking butt in a Viking gear.
I think so.
I got a few things I could add to that, but that's another
Yeah,
story.
anyways.
Welcome, Barbara Ann Purple Haze, and we'll get into the purple part here in a little bit. And also joining us today, our guest. And what an honor, and it's always an honor to have the Marine Corps veteran on the show who
I see you, Mark. Look and look
is
around.
so fantastic person and is involved with COO Ashton Jacobs of the Pride and Glory Professional Wrestling. Now, we're going to get a lot more into that, but please make welcome Major Mark.
Hoorah.
Hoorah.
There he is right there. And joining him as well and representing and part also of the Pride and Glory Professional Wrestling is one of the performers and wrestlers that are going to be taking place on this July 27th. We're going to talk about here in a little bit. Please make welcome Johnny O'Mara.
See, and I can't do you because you're a good guy. I only do bad guys.
You know, you can't say hello.
Thank you, guys.
You can
I
talk.
guess.
We didn't stop you from doing that. So we're here today, and we're just excited to be back with this show today and talk about what's coming up on July 27th. But before we do a couple things I want to mention, first of all, thanks to Tsunami Digital Network for empowering our show. We appreciate that.
Oh, you're getting all these messages. Someone's trying to tell you something.
I think it's about we're flying. I better change that. Anyway, it's
like a microwave.
I think it was an Amber Alert.
Oh, then everybody else is going to get one too.
But anyway, it wasn't. I don't think. Anyway, I wanted to say also to our sponsor, Karen Hawa.
And she's actually listening.
Love you, Karen. She's in Holland. Believe that? Can you believe that? From Holland. I'm not talking about here in Holland, Texas, or I don't know if there is a Holland, Texas, but somebody's got to turn their phone down.
Oh. Is that me?
That's
Hey,
you.
that's why we're monkey
Yeah,
business right here.
And
Straight up.
this is Big Wheels, Bo. We're wheels off.
Hey, Bo, welcome back, the boys too.
And we've got the monkey
They
crew.
came back.
And
They were on vacation
do y'all
for a
remember
while.
when what was the talk show host guy that had the dog pit? The
who let the dogs out?
Is that Arsenio Hall?
Arsenio
Yes.
Hall. Remember he had the dog pit?
Yeah.
Well, this is our monkey pit.
There
That's
you
right.
go.
And that's
For the
what
monkey business.
they
is going on.
represent the monkey business crew. And we appreciate them being here today, as always, representing our show. And I'll back to Karen Hawa. She's tuned in today, but she is a sponsor of this show with Mocha Coffee.
Mocha.
I'm telling you, I ran out.
Mark's drank it. We've given him
Yeah,
some
it's
samples.
good.
But I ran out. We just ran out yesterday.
And he was throwing a
I-
fit.
Better get some more.
I bought.
We have it in the studio, so he's a little irritated I brought it here to the studio because I'm trying to share it with everybody.
And I bought some at the store that is one of those brands you probably would know.
He's griping.
And I griped the very first pot that I made until I get that new order coming in that I ordered. So Karen Hawa, we just totally
Speed
love
rush his mocha, please.
Mocha Coffee. That's MOKK-A.com. And Barbie Ann will post that on the comments. MOKK-A.com. Appreciate that. And we do appreciate you and everyone joining us today. Now, before we get into the Pride and Glory Professional Wrestling and talk about the things that are coming up, because there's a lot of stuff happening and that we want y'all to participate in. I posted something the other day on social media that got a lot of attention. And what was really getting me and kind of frustrating me is the attention that we give to a lot of negative people out there. And I'd like to challenge y'all to change that. For example, like, does anybody remember a young man named Pat Tillman?
Yep.
Yes,
Nope.
I do.
Okay, now Pat Tillman was a NFL All-Pro, and he left with the Phoenix Cardinals. He left Phoenix Cardinals that they were going to assign him to a big contract, but this happened after 9/11, and he felt that the need to serve his country. So he left the NFL and a large contract to go and join the Army to represent the United States of America. And of course, to kind of make a long story short, he was killed in Afghanistan. And those are the kind of people that I would like to challenge you to promote every day, or to push the positive things that people do like that for our country. And I'm personally sick and tired of the soccer player and the nonsense that goes on there and what's shown on the social media. I really don't care about that. I want to talk about people that are doing something positive for our country. And I hope that you'll start doing that and bringing out things of people that are really making a true difference in our country and promoting positive things instead of somebody that really is a real negative that just kicks around a little ball.
Hey, if you guys agree with what Bo's saying on your Facebook, hit like or love at like 10,000 million trillion
Yeah,
times.
hit that
and show it.
like or love a button there, and
Let us
also
know how you
hit
feel.
that share button, because Mark Roy will eat those hearts if you hit those a lot.
Will they fall about right here by me?
They're gonna go right up by
they're
the monkey, and you'll
you'll catch her. They're coming. It's a
No,
it's,
oh, here they're coming.
all right, here they come. Bunch of
Carrie's giving you a bunch of
Ah,
love. There you go.
oh, right in your-
right in
there
your
you go.
face.
right in your face.
There you go. You
Right
gotta
Am I getting them?
Oh, they're
yes,
just-
your
I can't
wife
see
is
the
giving them
computer
to you.
Yes, thank you. So
She feeds me a lot.
And Wendy's on. She's giving you a lot.
Hey,
You can see the monkey. She's
you-
actually got a picture of her and her monkey from our
you
first
know,
show.
Wendy is probably our first
She's one of our
monkey
wheelies.
business followers, and we called them wheelies.
Yeah,
If
those
they were
our
a
fans.
Bo Carver show, Wheels of Justice fan, they were called wheelies. We kind of got away
I
from
like
that, but
that.
I think we need to bring that back.
We do.
If you
Wendy and Dorothy Noon.
if you would like to be a wheelie, just send us a note saying I want to be a wheelie, and we'll call that out. So can you do that for me? Let's start changing that social media thing to where let's promote positive things and positive people that actually make a change and a difference in our society, and let's quit promoting people that do. I think for me, I'm irritated by it, and I'm tired of seeing it. And all we do when we do that, we make them famous. We make them household names, and all it does is empower them to do more and more negative stuff. So if they were shunned like the Amish people do when one of their youngsters decides to leave their faith, and they're shunned, that means they don't talk about them anymore. They don't bring them up anymore. They're out.
But it's kind of hard when they're being supported and people are encouraging them to do it.
Well, I don't know what you mean by that.
I hate to say it, but a lot of people's parents are encouraging them to stand out and be different. And I'm going to give you my blessing any way you want to go, and blah blah blah. So they start doing all that BS.
Well, but we can stop it just because a lot of parents
you
think
mean society.
Well,
try to get society to change. Good luck.
A lot of parents think that their kids sing good too, and they want them on
or play baseball well.
Or they want them on the Star Search or whatever those shows are, and they couldn't sing their way out of a wet paper sack. So I understand, promoting your child in a positive way, but make sure it is in a positive way, right? Not a negative way. So that's my rant for the day. And you like it or lump it, I really don't care. Just do it for me.
Stay positive.
Stay positive. Yeah, there you go.
Don't worry. Be happy.
Thank you again for joining us. And let's now go to our guest day, which is Major Mark, veteran Mark Roy, Marine Corps veteran Mark Roy, and Johnny O'Mara from the Pride and Glory Professional Wrestling Organization. That is an organization that gives back. The whole point of this organization, besides the fact that it's a very, very talented organization, the wrestlers, the performers are fantastic. You will not see anybody better. But the whole point is to bring, some like for this coming event of July 27th, it is to raise money for the Marine Corps League number 1300. The last match was that did that was in May, and they raised a bunch of money for the Women's Veterans of America. So that's what this organization is about. And we're a part of it. We promote it. We are behind it 100%. And we are actually involved in it.
And our goal is to double it this time.
And we want to really, really keep building this thing up. So each time there's a show, there's more and more awareness to these different veteran organizations or these nonprofits or whatever that is happening at the time. And thank you, Major Mark and Johnny O'Mara, for being with us.
Thank you for having us. Appreciate it.
So now July 27th is coming up in about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's on a Saturday night. And it is a performance that I promise you will not want to miss. It's in Denton, Texas. So if you're anywhere in North Texas, in fact, Karen Hawa, just get on a plane from Holland and come down to the show.
People are coming down from Nacogdoches because they're going to see it.
All right.
So we got people traveling from all over to come.
Yeah, we have that. And there's a special guest that's going to be singing the national anthem there.
So excited.
Is just the sweetheart. In fact, she'll be a guest on our show next week, which is Stephanie Nadolny.
I know, that's so cool.
And she is the voice actress for. She was Kid Goku and Kid Gohan with the anime Dragon Ball Z, and she was also a singer in the Vince and the Valiants, which y'all might know. You may or may not know that name, but they had a huge hit, and it's always huge every Christmas with "All I Want for Christmas Is You." So she's a very, very popular young lady, and she will be singing the national anthem, and she'll also be there to ring the bell for each match.
Cool.
So
I didn't know she was ringing the bell. I know
Yes.
she's going to meet fans and sign autographs. And
She's
She's going to be doing all that. She'll be there during the show, and we're excited about that.
Speaking of wrestling, you got this dude named Chandler speaking crap on Facebook about wrestling here. They want to know why Johnny Omar is on here and he's not.
Well,
He wants to know where the guy is with the good attitude.
might be because I don't know what his attitude's about.
Well, I'll tell you,
You got a message
he's
from him,
he's
Bo?
one of our students in our school, and he's kind of up and coming. And both these guys are students from our school, Johnny Omar and Chandler. I tell you, both of them have so impressed, especially Johnny Omara has just impressed us incredibly. He's progressed so fast, and he's picked this business up so quickly.
And he's already had his first debut, so this will be his second.
This will be his second, and
he's going to get his ass kicked. I'm
I
sorry, but he's I know who he's fighting against.
I know, Mike Fox.
You better put that skirt on and wrap it up tight, boyfriend.
Oh, it will be.
What's up with the skirt thing?
That's what he wears. He wears a skirt.
well,
That skirt's going to be pulled over your head.
You
Mike
know, it
Fox
might-
has got you.
it might be pulled over your head if you're not watching. Not careful. That'd be funny. I'd love to see that.
But I've got to train a little bit with Chandler, and I really enjoy his personality, and he's a great kid. And no, he's a little
Well,
rich,
he's
pretty
not.
boy.
But do y'all want to hear a little bit about it?
Let's
About him
hear.
talking smack.
Let's. Okay, now
Was
y'all
he
bear with
talking
us.
smack?
He's talking
This
smack.
this is now what's he about?
Chandler Ray Easley, Mr. Good Attitude.
He's called Mr. Good Attitude. Well, I'm gonna let y'all be the judge of this, okay? So here's what we call this is Mr. Good Attitude.
This is Chandler Easley here. And word got around to me that Major Mark said that I might have something to say to you guys. And, well, I thought about it. And I do have something to say to you guys. Does the Bo Carver show know what their problem is? You've all got a bad attitude. And I'll tell you what, you can love Malico to the moon and back. But on July 27th, when I am beating him down and my hand is raised in victory, you are all going to realize you should be cheering for me, not him. I should be the one everyone's talking about. I should be the one you're all cheering for. It is unfair, and it is not my fault that nobody likes me. But I'll tell you what, when I'm beating him in the center of that ring on July 27th in Denton, it's not just me beating him down. It's me beating everyone down at the Bo Carver show. It's me beating everyone down that's in the audience. So just be ready, because I'm going to break a lot of hearts. Because not only do I break a lot of hearts with these good looks, with this smart mouth, but I prove what I say every single day. You are all going to realize. And when you all realize, I'm going to rub it in your face. Because at the end of the day, it's all about having a good attitude.
He said, "Stop laughing at me." He's kind of letting his mouth overload his ass a little bit there,
Just a
Chandler.
little.
Just a little.
Well, that's Mr. Good Attitude there for you. So if you want to see him alive and in color, that might be something you specifically want to come see.
It's kind of an angry man.
Mr. Good Attitude
He needs to
at
go back
work.
to counseling. I tell
And
you what.
so there he is. Mr. Good Attitude will be there. And what he's fighting at which match? Which number?
Not sure which match, but he's going to be taking on the Crazy Clown, Magnificent Malico.
Yeah, well, I got news from Mr. Good Attitude.
Oh. let's see how he takes.
Yeah,
let's see how he takes on
yeah,
Magnificent Malico once he squares off and looks him in the eye.
And letting his mouth overload.
and you know what? The Bo Carver show is there.
That's going to be
watching.
pretty interesting.
and videotaping it, and we're
Yeah.
going to show this live.
We're going to be excited about that. So, Mr. Good Attitude,
Talk the talk, but you better walk the
We'll
walk,
see what
buddy.
kind of attitude he has when he gets in the ring with Malico.
We love you, Chandler. Can't wait.
So it's July 27th, and it is at Driven Elite, and that is in Denton, Texas. It's formerly known as
Game on.
Game on Athletics. And if you know anything about Denton, it's just right down the street from Geyer High School. But what we want you to do, listen, there's 6 matches, and there's a female match. And
Cat fine.
and plus, we've got Stephanie Dolney there singing the national anthem and being there to sign autographs. Then you also have yours truly, Big Will's Bo Carver and Purple Haze doing a duo MC.
That's going to be a match of its own.
That's going to be cool.
Now that
That's
right
going to be a match of
there,
its own.
you might want to just pay money for that. Okay. Forget everything else. I promise you that's going to be as interesting as you'll ever want to see with Purple Haze and Big Will's Bow in the middle of that ring.
The bell's already ringing. Ding, ding, ding.
School's in session, baby. School's
I think someone's ringing the bell for our match.
That reminds me of y'all don't remember Sears and Roebuck, but back in the day when I was little, they used to have that ding 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 going, and I'm not sure why they did it, but
Before
that
they did
reminds
an
me.
announcement or something.
I don't know what it was, but anyway, back to the show. We're going to be in the ring, and we are going to be duo emceeing, and it could get ugly, but let me tell you, the show is not ugly. There's no profanity. There's no obscene gestures. It's a good, clean show for the family. And let me tell you, the last time we were there, the kids' eyeballs were bigger than basketballs.
They loved it.
And if you want to have a phenomenal night with your family, it's only $10 a ticket. And you can even go online to Eventbrite. That's EVENTBRITE, eventbrite.com. Then search Pride and Glory Wrestling. And you can get 4 tickets for just $30. I'm telling you, it's going to be so much fun. We've got a lot of people that are saying they're coming. They're wanting to come. They're wanting to see the square off between Big Will's Bow and Purple Haze. They want to see Stephanie Nadolny, but they also
Major Mark, Johnny, Chandler, Malico. I mean, Mike Fox is wonderful. You got some great wrestlers. Ashton Jacobs, Galaxy Butt will be there. It's going to be fun.
Galaxy Butt. I don't think he likes that name. I think you need
he earned that nickname.
I think you need to pull the plug.
And we got Lou Gotti, a guy named Cedric Ware, Big Ced. He's awesome. And they're going to be taking on Bobby Lambert and Killer Brent McKenzie.
And then who are the 2 girls?
Super Tex. The girls, Vicky and Micah, both from the San Antonio area, both trained by Rudy Boy Gonzalez, a very renowned wrestling trainer throughout the entire country. He took over Shawn Michaels' school.
Oh, I know Shawn Michaels from TV.
From
Wrestling,
WWE.
yeah.
He took over his school. So we've got some. It's just packed. It's packed to the gills with talent.
I'm excited.
It's going to be a great show. It really is. We got a lot of partners coming out. Patriot Anglers is coming back out. Frenchie's obviously he's always involved. Anything veteran, anything philanthropic. How do you say
philanthropic?
That's it.
He loves you. He loves Stephanie. I saw his big ad on Stephanie's birthday.
Yes.
He's a big Stephanie fan also.
Austin Holtzman, a powerhouse real estate agent. He sponsored the show, and he's looking forward to coming to the show. Denton Law Firm, Richard Hayes, good friend of mine, Richard Hayes, a big lawyer right there in Denton. He's sponsoring the show. Don't know if he's coming, but he's sponsoring the show. Bankers Liquidation Outlet is sponsoring the show. So we've got a lot of people getting behind what we're doing. And
he forgot the Wheels of Justice.
I mentioned you from the very beginning.
We're always
You're
there.
at the top.
We're always there.
Bo Carver, the Wheels of Justice.
But some of the sponsors are going to have tables there also.
They'll have tables set up. Patriot Anglers will be there.
And the raffling.
The
you
Marine
can't
Corps
forget that
League.
one.
We're benefiting the Marine Corps League of Denton County, and they got this beautiful AR pistol. It's a Saint, and we're going to be selling raffle tickets. We'll be drawing the raffle at the wrestling show.
So you'll know if you win it.
You'll
You
know
can't
if you
take
win
it
it.
home till
It's-
after the
yep.
background check, but
It's-
you'll know if you win it.
Yep, $10 a chance. If you want to get $50 worth, we'll give you 6 tickets. If you want to get $100 worth, we'll give you 13
And you
tickets.
have to
in the
be there
drawing.
at the show to
You-
purchase the tickets.
Yeah, well, you have to be at the show. You can actually get those tickets earlier. You could PM me on Facebook, and we could get some tickets lined out to you. But come to the show. Come and enjoy the show.
Oh, it's gonna be a great show.
Yeah, it's a family friendly. I tell people, hey, if you're not a wrestling fan, you just want to help a military nonprofit, the Marine Corps League. You're not just helping Marines too, because we donate money to Patriot Anglers and other veteran organizations. So you're not just helping just the Marine Corps League. You're helping a lot of different veterans in a lot of different ways. And just come to the show and enjoy the show. Even if you're not a wrestling fan, you'll enjoy the show.
Well, I think that when they are there and see what happens, now a lot of times people think that okay, and maybe they're not, or maybe they are a wrestling fan, and maybe if they are a wrestling fan and they have become like a WWE follower and all that, up in that what most people might think is an upper echelon type of professional wrestling. Well, let me just tell you this. You will come to this show and be shocked. There is nothing second rate about these wrestlers and what happens here. It's kind of like, and I made this comment before, that sometimes that I have some musician friends that they're as good as anybody that's made it as high on the list as you could ever be. But the thing about it is that maybe they didn't have the right break or whatever that's there, but they're as good as you'll ever see. And y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all have seen that. Well, when you come to this show and you see these guys perform and wrestle in that ring, you're going to be shocked.
What's that? One of them sitting next to you.
And Johnny has been too loud and too boisterous on our show today.
I know. We've got him duct taped to the chair, y'all. That's why he can't move.
So we want to make sure that he doesn't stay that way. So we're gonna make him speak here in just a second. But what I'm trying to say is that you will be shocked. Your kids, your family will be totally blown away by the entire show. It'll be phenomenal, and the doors open at 6, correct?
For a meet and greet.
Yes.
Doors open at 6 for a meet and greet, and the bell time's at 7. So it's about a 2-hour show. So we should get you out there by around 9:15, 9:30.
Yeah, so it's you can get your kids, in bed early.
And bring cash, bring money, because I know some of the wrestlers going to be selling merchandise.
They'll be having
You've got the
pictures,
drawings,
T-shirts,
Stephanie's
we'll have
bringing
concessions.
stuff. Yes,
yeah,
concessions. When all that
absolutely.
goes to the
And the
Denton
raffle.
League also. The
Oh,
concessions.
The concessions and the raffle will be going directly to the Marine Corps
And the
League
door.
of Denton County.
And most of the door.
And the door.
So that's great. We're having
And
a good
so
time.
there's a lot of things going on, with the drawing of the weapon, and so I hope Bahrain doesn't win it until I'm away from Driven Elite.
I've already got 11 of them at home. So what's the difference?
Yeah, but
I know you are a big concealed carry. You've probably got about a few guns on you right
we
now.
got a couple.
I know this room.
You better behave all the time.
Yes.
though.
This room is pretty scary right now. If anybody would come to that door, it'd be a Texas shootout
Yeah,
on our side.
it would be not fun for them. I can tell you that. But
It's
Chandler,
always
Chandler Easy, he just posted something that says stop
laughing at me.
him.
I know. And then he's on there saying, y'all, wait till I kick your butts. I'll show
Yeah.
all of you. Y'all are against me. I mean, we're going to start playing the violin and passing out some cheese if you keep
That's
this whining up.
and if
That's right.
he keeps that up, we're going to bring some hummingbirds.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an inside joke, Bo. Chandler, watch out. I got your back, though, buddy. I got your
whatever.
back.
Whatever.
That's what I say too. So Johnny O'Mara, give us a little information of how you got involved with the Pride and Glory Professional Wrestling and what made you want to even become a professional wrestler. Just give us a little rundown on that.
Well, I've been a fan my whole life. I grew up watching wrestling with my family, going to local shows in armories, high school gyms. It's been a part of my life as long as I can remember. Tried to get started a few different times over the years. Just things didn't work out right. Wrong place, wrong time. Started getting back into the indie scene.
Now,
about a
are
year
you
ago.
from Denton?
No, I actually grew up in Gainesville, Texas.
Okay, we'll forgive
That's
you.
close.
Go ahead.
So
Chandler loves hummingbirds, by the way.
yeah, started getting back into the indie scene, living around Denton, going checking out shows, and kind of drug my wife and kids into it. Got to talking to my wife about it. My wife was actually friends with Mark. Got to talking about it and found out that Ashton was wanting to start the school and wanting to get a promotion going. And I just took the opportunity and jumped at it. And I've loved every minute of it.
And Ashton Jacobs is the COO of the Pride and Glory Professional Wrestling, and he will be wrestling and performing that night as well. And
He's going to be wrestling against Major Mark.
well, we'll get into that in just a second. I want to talk a little bit more about Johnny O'Mara here.
I got you 100.
And so what when you started training with Ashton, correct?
That's correct.
And so tell us a little bit about that training, how that works, because I've seen a little bit of it and I stay as far away from that as possible.
Yeah, it is pretty
Strenuous,
intense.
yes.
It's definitely physical. It has to be, every time you step into that ring, you're trusting that guy with your life, and it's not fake. You're hitting the mat. There's nothing.
There's
you can do.
no doubt about it. That's the one thing I want people to understand too, is that's fake. Well, let me tell you something. I got news for you, brother. It's not. And
I think it's harder than football. I mean, that was some strenuous.
absolutely.
Well, it's definitely a lot harder than that, and a lot harder than most sports. And so I had a chance to see you train, and great job, man.
Thank you very much.
Got it. You
And we saw you at your debate at your first match, and you went. It was like the Energizer Bunny. I don't know how you found the energy to go on and kept going.
You fought Ashton Jacobs, I believe, the first time, and y'all went like 25 minutes into that match.
I don't know if it was quite 25.
It was going.
It was pretty close.
Yeah, and we thought, oh my gosh, it's going to end. But boom, you guys just found that second burst, and one of you get up and kick some butt some more. I couldn't believe it.
I couldn't have gone 25 seconds with the way they were going at it.
They were all over. That was crazy.
It's phenomenal. And Johnny, you're fighting Mike Fox, correct?
That's correct.
Fox.
The main event, Mike Fox.
Oh, the main event too.
The main event,
Ooh.
Mike Fox.
Well, he's not in the
Sexy
main
Mike.
event. He's just called the main event.
Oh,
main
okay,
event.
okay.
Without the main event, there
And
is
he's
no
got
show.
the looks, ladies. So Mike Fox is a looker. Come on out. And then we got little Johnny. He's going to be wearing his skirt. So
Little
come on
Johnny.
out.
Little Johnny, wow, boy, that's funny.
A man in the skirt. We all got to love it.
I can't wait to see some of these wrestlers get a hold of Barbary Ann Purple Haze.
Hey, I've done some training. Go for it.
Yeah.
It'll be my training will be out the window.
See that training. But and then of course Major Mark, you'll be in what they call a three-way.
I'll be in a three-way with Ashton Jacobs and oh gosh, I can't remember the other guy. Doesn't matter. I'm winning.
That's it. You heard that here first, right here on the Bo Carver Show with the Wheels of Justice.
They're bigger, they're stronger, they're faster, they're younger.
I was about to say they're younger.
They're prettier.
Oh,
But you know
but
what,
you got the
though?
American flag on your side.
I'm gonna win anyway.
And you have the wisdom. That's something they
Wisdom,
don't even.
knowledge, and experience. Put that in there.
They don't even
exactly.
have that together.
And
No.
you served, so
No.
you got that.
They ain't gonna know what's gonna happen when Major Mark gets in the ring.
Well, the last time that I saw
You were flying,
wrestle,
literally.
you had some guys throw you right out through the
You know,
ropes.
it's not every day you jump in a wrestling ring and you have a 400-pound lumberjack toss you out onto two other guys.
So funny. It was
But-
greatness.
You know what? I call that living. You know?
Living the high life there.
And then I get in, I roll in the ring. We put big super techs back in the ring, and then Bobby just grabs me and picks me up and body slams me right on top of him.
Well, you didn't
Yeah.
win that
and
match,
then you were down.
Still
then you
felt
lost.
pretty good.
but I
Until I
believe that
lost.
it's your turn this time around. And
But it's a three-way. How did three-ways work?
well,
You'll see.
you'll see. Yeah, and I know how they work, but you'll see how they
We
work.
get
It's-
in there and then we whoop up on each other.
Yeah, exactly.
So nobody's tag teaming. No one's
Nope.
against.
No,
You know,
it's three
that's
on-
what I want
it's
people to know. It's three
one on one on
people.
one. It's
There
a
you
three-way.
go.
Every man for themselves.
There you
Every
go.
man for themselves.
Yeah, it's kind of like this radio show. Every man for themselves.
Every monkey for themselves.
Ethan Price. His name's Ethan Price. I'm sorry, I just got on there.
Ethan Price is with your
Ashton
three-way.
Jacobs, and Major Mark is
Major
in the
Mark.
three-way.
Okay.
He's over in the. He's actually from Denton, but he wrestles over in the Austin area. He's trained over in the Austin area. Works a lot for Inspire Pro Wrestling. Great promotion over in Austin.
Thank you, Carrie, for that info. We love you.
So the July the 27th is coming up in 2 weeks, and so be sure and make plans for that, go ahead and just write that down on your calendar. Get your family together and go, look, honey, we're going to go to this event because number one, it's to help the Marine Corps League of 1300. This is giving back. This is helping the veterans. This is helping that organization. So that's the number one reason we're going. The number two reason is that to see Big Will's Bow and Purple Haze go at it in the ring as duo MCs.
I'm gonna have to separate you two.
Yes.
Well, I think we're going to need to build the wall. That might be that might be where we need to start with building the wall, is right there in that ring. And then, of course, there's Stephanie Nadolny, who will be singing the national anthem. And how great is that going to be? She'll be there signing autographs and ringing the bell. And then 6 unbelievable matches. There is a female match, and they are fantastic. The talent there, you're just not going to believe it. And so tell your family to get ready. Go to eventbrite.com, and order your tickets right now while you can, because you can't get the 4-pack at the door. It'll be $10 a piece at the door. You can still come and do that at the event. But if you get a 4-pack, you can get 4 tickets for $30. And let me tell you, that
Can't beat it.
that $10 per person, or the $30 for 4 tickets, you will be shocked of the entertainment value you'll get for you can't even go to the movie theater for that.
No, you really can't.
And you'll be taking your chances by going and watching a movie. And a lot of times I pay that money and I walk out about halfway through because it sucks. But I can promise you right now, when you come to the Pride and Glory Professional Wrestling event on July 27th at Driven Elite in Denton, Texas, you will not be anything more than completely 100% satisfied.
I think so.
And so we want to let y'all know about that. There's other things that are going to be happening with the Pride and Glory Professional Wrestling too. We'll let you know as those things are come down the pike and down the road. But right now, we wanted to get you guys really pumped about this July 27th show, because it's going to be a fantastic early evening night event for the Pride and Glory Professional Wrestling to raise money and awareness to the Marine Corps League number 1300. So, Major Mark,
Yeah.
you when you did, now this is not your first rodeo with Pride and Glory Professional Wrestling. How long have you been a professional wrestler?
Let's see. Gosh, you had to ask me that question.
Well, because you were the Gulf Coast champion.
It's been 13 or 14 years we've been involved with pro wrestling. We started off in Denton, and it was right after I got back from Iraq. So sometime around 2006, 2007, when I kind of started training. And I didn't even know if I would even be able to be a wrestler. I was 38 years old. What knucklehead starts training to be a pro wrestler?
Well, you do a lot of things that I
old?
think are knuckleheaded, but that's another
Yeah, that's
story.
So
like that, riding that motorcycle for one, and riding in a plane, being a pilot, number 2.
Well, I got it. I got trained, and I started working a little bit, some local shows, and actually when Ashton got old enough, I was kind of following him because I just wanted to kind of watch his back, because he was pretty young when he got in. And so I wanted to watch his back, but it got to a point where I was like, he's bigger, faster, stronger than me.
He was watching your back.
Yeah, he was watching my back. But then I realized, it's like, I can use this platform. I can use this platform to promote veteran stuff. One of the big things I promoted initially was like the 22 kill honor ring. It was everybody was wanting to find out what was that. They wanted to do.
Can
something
you tell
about
them a little
veteran
bit about
suicide.
what that is?
Yeah, well, it's a
22
nonprofit
Kill.
veteran organization, and it's there to build awareness for veteran suicide. And they have a lot of programs. They have an office over in Fort Worth and an office in Dallas, and they have counselors, free counselors for guys that are struggling with post-traumatic stress and some other mental problems. So that's a good resource. If you can get there and you can't afford it, or maybe you're just tired of going to the VA, you're not getting what you need, you can go to 22 Kill, check in with them, and you can get some free counseling. You can also get some training on how to help veterans. They also have a wind therapy program where basically for the qualified veterans, they'll pay for you to get your motorcycle license so you can go out and ride motorcycles and just get out on the road, and it's a
Clear
it's
your
actually
mind and
clear
help.
your mind and
And
relaxing.
I hope that
Yeah.
everybody's listening to this.
So-
Y'all need to, if you know a veteran or you know someone that is struggles in these kind of ways, you need to turn them on to this.
Absolutely, and there's a lot of other organizations. Patriot Anglers is one of them. I love Patriot Anglers because Gunnery Sergeant Lou Duckwall, he founded it, and he brings combat wounded veterans on all expense paid fly fishing trips.
And where do they
Yeah.
go for that?
They'll go to Broken Bow.
That's in Oklahoma.
Yeah, they'll go up to Oklahoma, Broken Bow. There's a great river up in Arkansas. Boy, they're tearing up the trout up there, and it's
Wow.
mostly trout fishing. And then they'll go up to the San Juan River in New Mexico. They'll go up into Colorado, and they get people to help kind of donate the venues and donate the river parts of the river, and we get guides that donate their time. And it really has helped a lot.
So
a
how
lot of
can
veterans.
somebody that's in need, a veteran that you may know, if y'all know a veteran that's kind of needing some help, how can they get in touch with Patriot Anglers?
Well, all they got to do is they can go to their Facebook page, or if they can go to patriot-anglers.com, and they can sign up on there, and then Lou will see them. The program will see them, and if whenever when they open up a fishing trip, they can kind of get them lined in there. As in September, Lou asked me, he says, "Hey, I want to take the group that you went to Iraq with." So he's taking an entire group of what we call the battling bastards. It's a long story how we got that name.
Bastards.
We're called
You
the
bastards.
Battling Bastards of Bravo Company 123.
Wow. Awesome.
And he's taking a whole group of 10 guys fly fishing in September.
And where are y'all going to go?
We're going to go to Broken Bow.
Okay.
He's going to
awesome.
make T-shirts for us and everything. I mean, it's like, wow, that's pretty cool.
So, these are the things that we need to be really promoting on our social media, is these kind of things, that we're it's really making a difference in our society that's very positive, and we're upbeat, and let's push this kind of stuff. The Patriot Anglers, the 22 Kill, these kind of things that makes a difference, not only in their lives, but let me tell you, without these folk that have served and gave their self to the United States of America, we wouldn't be enjoying the freedoms we have. And I know one thing, they wouldn't allow me to have this radio show. They wouldn't have that because of some of the stuff that we put out there. But, just keep an open mind about when you go to post something on social media. Think about what that does, and maybe who you're really waving the flag to, because like I said, I mentioned a while ago, that the more that we promote something, or show a picture of somebody, or we hate that person, or that person's a biatch or whatever, all you're doing is advertising them. Mm-hmm. And that even though it's negative advertisement, it becomes to where they become a household name, and so they become a household name one way or the other. And it seems like that with negative press, it seems like they get there a lot quicker. So they just keep doing more stupid stuff.
Well, a lot of times negative sells. People want to spread that around, and we need to be more positive. We need to have a little bit more grace for each other, a little bit more forgiveness. There's just so much negativity, and I'm just as much to blame. I posted negative stuff, and now I'm just going to focus on positive stuff. If it's not positive, I'm steering clear from it.
Well, again, it's kind of the shun thing. Is that if it's not out there, if you're not even promoting it in a negative way, then it just gets lost. I mean, if it's not shared and not posted and not said anything about, it just disappears. And if it's a negative situation, then that's what I hope does. That I hope it will do is disappear. But let's start promoting things that are more positive. The 22 Kill, we got
some great organizations out there. The Marine Corps League, for one. We got one in Collin County. We got the Yancey Detachment, Big D Detachment down in Dallas. The Tarrant County Marine Corps League. So if you're a Marine, there's a veteran organization that you can tap into directly that's just for Marines. And ours in Denton County is pretty awesome. Our chaplain is a World War II Bougainville, Guadalcanal Marine.
Wow.
We got several Vietnam vets that are in our Marine Corps. And these guys, these are your counselors. These are your mentors. Like if you have any problems with anything, combat related, VA related, they've been there and done that. So a lot of these guys, and what I need the audience out there, the civilian patriots, is to know how to plug these guys into it. 'Cause some of them are withdrawing. They don't really realize it, and thanking for their service is cool, but it's even cooler if you know kind of what kind of information to give them.
Yeah,
Hey,
that you can touch their
plug in,
heart
yeah.
or touch their soul.
plug into the American Legion, post 71, the American Legion
Post
over in
88 in Lake Dallas,
post
yes.
88. There's places for them to plug into,
and it'll help their
absolutely.
life 100%.
Absolutely. So find out. Sometimes I ask vets, like, what do you like to do? Well, I love to fish. Well, dang, we got two different organizations, Heroes on the Water and Patriot Anglers, right here in the Dallas area. Well, I like to ride a horse. We got two organizations, eQuest and Victory Riding Therapy Center over by the Chris Kyle Center. I mean, we got resources.
Motorcycle
for these guys.
riders, they like. Well, there's plenty of those.
If
MCs
you want to be in
around.
if you want to be an MC, there's an MC for you.
Yes, exactly right.
There really is. There's several. You can go to American Eagle, Maverick, whatever, Harley Davidson. Usually on Saturdays, you can connect with these guys. If you want to be a part of a club, you can easily be part of a club. But there's a lot of resources out there. You just got, as a civilian, you need to get out there and know some of these things and reach out to that vet and share that with them, because some of them don't know.
And this is what Pride and Glory Professional Wrestling is designed to do. And if you are part of an organization like that and you would like to help to try to raise funds for your organization, then you need to get Pride and Glory Professional Wrestling involved, because I promise they'll bring awareness to your organization. They'll help raise money for your organization, and you'll have a blast doing it. And how can they get in touch with you or Ashton?
You could just find Mark Roy on Facebook, Ashton Jacobs on Facebook. You can email us, ltcolmark@hotmail.com. Or you can just reach out if you're on Facebook. Reach out to me on Facebook, personal messenger.
Mark Roy.
Go to our Pride and Glory Facebook page.
That's a light page, correct?
Yeah, it's a light page.
Pride and Glory Professional Wrestling. Go there and like that page, and then you can send messages that way too.
Yep. And we'll work it out with you. We're very flexible. We're going to help you get sponsors. We're going to help you promote and sell tickets. We just want you to kind of partner with us and help us too. And we're going to show you how we can build awareness and raise some money for you.
And do that. So pass that word along to some of your commanders out there for some of your posts. And let's get the Pride and Glory Professional Wrestling to your spot and bring awareness and raise some funds for you. Major Mark.
What?
Johnny O'Mara.
Oh, okay.
Purple Haze.
Yay!
Those are all wrestling names, and my new wrestling name is Yellow Belly Bo. Yellow Belly Bo.
Yellow Belly Bo? No,
Yellow Belly.
You're Big Wheels.
Okay.
You're still Big Wheels.
Well, I'm
Bo,
still
baby.
a Yellow Belly. I'm going to run out of the ring if they start chasing me.
You can call yourself Yellow Belly. We're going to call you Big Wheels.
Oh, there. I appreciate that.
It's too cool.
And thank you for joining us today. We will be back next Sunday at noon with Stephanie Nadolny, who will be singing the national anthem for this July 27th event coming up for the Pride and Glory Professional Wrestling to raise money for the Marine Corps League number 1300.
Chandler still thinks his name's the best name
Go
out there.
to eventbrite.com and get you a 4-pack for $30, or you can buy them at the door, or you can
you can also get them another place. You can go to dentonmcl.org, which is the Denton Marine Corps League. And you can go to you can hit the events button, and you can right there. You can
so it's
get your tickets there as well.
MCL.
dentonmcl.org. Yep.
.org.
Mike Lima Charlie.org.
Okay. And then you can get tickets
Go to
right
the
there.
events page right on our website. And you can see what the Marine Corps League's doing too.
Fantastic. Well, thank you guys for being here today.
Thank you, Bo, man. We appreciate it.
And we're looking forward to July 27th.
Make sure y'all hug veterans. Give a veteran a hug.
Yes, that's the demand by Purple Haze. And till next Sunday, have a great and prosperous and safe week. Until we see you then.
Be
God
positive.
Thank
God
you.
bless.
God bless.
There goes your phone.
Something's beeping.
Gotta be Bo. He's vibrating.
It's not mine.
We're good. We're done.
No?
Karen Howell
Man,
calls
that
you
went-
chicken.
That went by too fast.
She says you're a chicken, Bo.
You're a
It
chicken,
does.
Bo?